So today I'm going to be talking about doing a stick down for the front line of my hair, because as most people are now in lockdown because of the COVID-19 and it's caused all sorts of havoc, and that's a separate issue, but it is a terrible issue at the moment. And please stay at home. If your government or whatever it is has told you to stay at home, then just do that. Anyway, that being put aside, as we're all in lockdown, we're not going to be able to go to the hairdressers, which is what I'm finding at the moment. So I'm needing to do it myself. I'm still learning, as many of us still are, about how to live with hair. Because like I said in my last videos, I've been bald since I was, what, 24? For a long time. So now we've got hair again. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to. But anyway, so this is the hair that I had from LaVivid. They sent me this hair. It's beautiful hair. It really is. I've had it on for about 2.5 months now, and it's still going strong. It's still silky. It's soft. It is still there. It's still there. It's lovely, and I love it. And a massive thank you to LaVivid, and I will put a link to their website in the description below. Please, if you're thinking about getting hair, or if you already have hair systems, order one from LaVivid. Trust me, they are amazing and their hair is incredible. So yes, so this video I'm going to show you how I do my stick down. So I've had it done about, it must have been about 2 weeks ago, just before we got into lockdown. I had the whole thing taken off and put back on, but now it's starting to lift a little bit. If you can see, the front line is just lifting ever so slightly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to peel it back and show you how I do a stick down. So please bear with me. Like I said, I'm not the best at this, but we can do it together. Right, so firstly, I'm going to talk about what I washed my hair with, because I washed my hair before doing this and dried it. I try not to wash this part of my hair. So the hair system, I don't wash unless I really need to, unless you're using a product like the Got To Be Glued, the yellow hairspray, which I do use sometimes if I'm going out or whatever. And that takes a bit more to get out of the hair than just water and conditioner, which other hairsprays do, which I will show you in a minute, the hairspray that I use to style it. I'll show you after. So this is the conditioner that I use. So what I do, I wash my hair, these bits, I wash with Aussie shampoo, and then on this, I simply wet it down in the shower with the rest of it. I dollop a load of this on it and leave it for about 5 minutes. And then I rinse it off, and it really helps. Anyway, I've been waffling on long enough. So this is, I'm going to show you now how I do my stick down. Right, here we go. So I hope you can see this enough. So this is the hairline. I'm going to try and do this as much as looking into the camera as I can. I've never done this before, so it's going to be a little bit tricky. So what you're going to need, so you're going to need at least 2 hair clips. Other people might need more. Again, this is just what I do. You're going to need a comb. I like to use one like this, because once you've done it, you need to push it down somehow, and I'll explain why you use a comb and not your fingers later. You're going to need cotton wool buds, cotton pads to remove the glue, and you're going to need the glue itself. So this one is Supreme Ghost Bond Ultimate Cosmetic Bond, and it was £17. Some people like to use the clear glue, and when I say clear glue, I don't mean dry clear, because this dries clear. What I mean is it starts off clear and it's kind of more of a liquid rather than a gloopy kind of PVA looking thing. Right, so let's get going. So what you need to do is you need to first pull back. So you pull from the actual hair itself. So I pull it back all the way until you reach the PU skin, as mine has a lace front and a PU back. So if you can see that, God, it looks like something out of a horror movie. Anyway, so what I do, I pull that back and I secure with bobby pin. My friend Katie will appreciate that. Right, so that's what state of it. And then the other one just to secure the rest of it. Right, so this, all of this is the glue. It's been under there for a couple of weeks, so it's not particularly nice. This isn't pretty, so I do apologise, but it is what it is. So what we need to do is literally clean off the glue. You can see how little hair I got. This is what I've got left, people. This. Mother Nature is not kind. So I am gently wiping away all of the glue. So the glue comes off with the pad. I know it looks a bit of a mess now, but honestly, it'll be fine. So just bear with me. I'm going to do this, probably fast forward this because I've been waffling on for long enough now. Right, so that's all cleaned off. So now it's time to apply the glue. So I do it with a cotton bud or a Q-tip if you're American. Put some on there, and then I dab it on little circles, little blobs, whatever you want to call it. All where I know it needs to go. Right, and then I use the whatever to mark out how far I need to go. Now, the reason that I can do this without the pencil is because I've done it a few times, and also because it goes to just where my hair goes. So you can see my little pathetic little hairs there. That's where it goes to. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have got it on the actual lace itself, but that's fine. I will try and get it off because that will seep through into your lace. It'll be fine for now, but if you are doing it yourself, please try not to get it on the actual lace because it will seep through. But also, due to the thickness of this system, it's not such a big deal. It doesn't particularly make a difference on this one, but if you have a thinner system, it will. I would advise changing cotton buds every now and then because they get a bit fluffy, as our Julie would say. If our Julie's watching, I love you, our Julie, and I miss you. So I'm going to do another layer, and then I'm going to use the hairdryer to dry it. And then put another layer on. So the idea with using glue on your system is to use as little as possible. You're supposed to, the whole idea is that you don't have blobs and blobs and blobs and blobs of it on you. You try and use as little as possible, just enough to keep it down. So anyway, on a cool setting, guys, if you wear a system, cool setting, excuse me. So yeah. You know you want to look like this. Right. So you need it to go tacky. So it doesn't need to be completely hard dry, but it can't still be white. It needs to go clear. Once it's clear, that means it's ready for you to put it down. Right, so next layer. Next layer. Also, if you have Instagram, check out my friend on there. His Instagram is Bore Off Baldness. He's the person who got me into hair systems and gave me the confidence to actually go for it and do it. He looks unbelievable. He's a very handsome man, and the hair system even more handsome. Not that he's not handsome in himself, but hair makes you feel and look better. I'm sorry, I think it does. There are some guys that, oh my god, though, bald is the way. But some other people like myself, not quite so much. So yeah, his Instagram is Bore Off Baldness. Go and check it out. And if you have any questions, always ask him. He's a very friendly, very kind guy. He will be more than happy to help you. And he's got loads of really good styling tips and tips about glue, all sorts of stuff on there. So it's really worth having a little look at. I'm making a right mess of this because I'm waffling on rather than concentrating on what I'm supposed to be doing. Look at the mess I've made. Right. So here we go. Let's give it another shot.
6.5 hours later.
Right, so that is about tacky enough. You should really use it as, leave it as long as possible. But because I've used a hairdryer, it accelerates it a bit. And like I said, because it's thicker, it will help. Right, so release the bobby pin. They're not even bobby pins. It's an ongoing joke that I've had with my girl for, for about 10 years now. But anyway, so what I do, I place my comb in there so that I have a grip of the hair, and I simply push it down. Now, the reason you use a comb for this is because if you use your finger, it's going to get really stuck. What I mean is, sorry, that the glue will come out, get all over your fingers and all over the hair, which is exactly what you do not want. So you want to push it in with the comb, and you can do it with that one, like that way too, just to give it a good bit of support. Give it a real good push down so that the lace goes into the glue and it sticks. I mean, look at the state of it. This is not a video about trying to look pretty. This is this is the reality. Look like a fool. So now that is stuck down, I'm gonna have to leave it for about no less than 12 hours, just to let the glue set before you start pulling it about, straightening it and whatever. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave it now that it's stuck down and that I am satisfied that it is down and it is secure. And I will be back tomorrow once I have let this dry, and I'll style it and show you how I do all that. So now I'm going to show you how I style my hair. So for this, I use straighteners, Tresemme, little mini straighteners, little thin ones. And then I style with the L'Oreal L-Net, and I like to use the one, Precious Oil it's called. And I find that it brushes out nicely, and also it makes your hair feel quite nice. It makes your hair feel nice rather than stiff and stuck. It actually feels quite, still got a bit of movement to it. So anyway, I'll probably end up fast forwarding this bit, but this was just to give you a little update. See you in a sec. Right, so I have straightened it just very quickly, nothing crazy, but I just think I straighten it because it's not your hair and it doesn't move or act in the way normally that hair would. It's a bit stiffer, it's doesn't flow like normal hair would, which is just, it's normal. That is what it is. I think, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it may have something to do with this being the incorrect part of what the hair would actually be. So this, for example, would be the tip of someone's hair. So like something that's down here that's been there for a while, and the hair at the bottom doesn't have as much movement or as health as the hair at the top of the head. So I think that's why it is. I might be wrong, but please correct me if I am wrong, but I thought it might have something to do with it. Now when I straighten my hair, I do use hair protector in it. I also use the silicone conditioner, which again protects your hair. I would suggest not straightening it too much, or really going for it, you know, really clamping down on it and pulling it around. So gentle, and yeah, so I'm gonna put a bit of hairspray in it, and then that is me done. What I would say is I only normally straighten it if I'm gonna go out. So this is more of like an out do. I would probably leave it a bit curlier from a day-to-day kind of basis. Also, the reason that I straighten it is because to me it makes my hair integrate with the system better. If it's all in the same, if it's all straight and it's all been straightened in the same direction, it blends better. So just simply a little bit and a little zhuzh. I would not suggest using any gel in your hair system. I've tried it, and to me, it means you have to wash it a lot quicker. I find this hairspray, which is a bit of a lighter hairspray, means you don't have to wash it quite so quick. So that'll do. So yeah, this is the finished look. The best I could ever do it. But this is the kind of look that I go for. I really like it, and to me, you know, I find it quite natural. One thing I have noticed is I've finally got the white pencil in the post, and I used it. However, now I have a bit of a white line. And so I need a little bit more guidance as to exactly how to sort that without that happening. Maybe I did the line too thick or something along those lines. But I hope this has been some sort of education in some sort of way. I'm not the best at this, but I thought, show you what I do and, you know, how I achieve my look. Take care. Bye-bye.